Hello and welcome to another episode of PopCulture Reacts. And today, Mr. Seddon, you bring the joy and the pick.
Yes, we're still in a selfish week, aren't we? Dirty,
We are.
selfish week. This follows a similar trend as something that we brought to the channel earlier this year, and it was the Kai Tempest song, and it was, and when I say that, not in content or anything like that, but I was randomly walking on the road listening to Spotify, and like you get your kind of discover this, discover that, and most of the
Hmm.
time you hear a lot of all right stuff, and then you kind of go, yep, that's fine, that's fine, that's fine, and then I heard this song, and just straight away it kind of got into my ear holes and went, I bloody love this, and then sort of subsequently did a teensy weensy little bit of reading up about it after I listened to the song about 85 times on the bounce, and I've been wanting to do it here, purely because depending on whether you like it or not, there is an album, and I will go into that in a little bit in a second. But this is one of those ones of going, well, if you like it, we may be coming back for some more. If you don't like it, it means I can listen to the album guilt free then. So either way, I'm a winner as far as I'm concerned here. But have you ever heard of Jay Electronica?
No.
Well, another had I. And kind of reading up, it was really interesting. Uh, released an album in 2020. But was signed by Jay-Z for his record company in 2010. So it took him 10 years to write and release his album. And I think to the most part, from what I've been reading, it seems to be that he's very much kind of a bit of a perfectionist and didn't want to be
Okay.
rushed, but had kind of appeared in a bit of the underground hip hop scene, made quite a name for himself, like was very adored, and lots of record companies were vying to get
Hmm.
his signature. But I knew of none of this, and apparently when the album came out in 2020, it was quite a thing for people who knew of him. It was like, right, we've waited 10 years. What is this album like? But this track is pre that. This track come out in 2009. And when I say about him causing a bit of a stir, the guy who produces it, Just Blaze, has done loads of stuff with Jay-Z, loads of stuff with all the big artists like Eminem,
Hmm.
and he was kind of like, come along, rap on one of my songs. So yeah, a really weird path, and he seems to be a man who wants the music to be done his way, and won't be rushed. And you can argue that 10 years to record an album might be a tad too much procrastination, but there's a part of me that kind of admires someone and go, it'll be ready when it's ready.
Yeah.
This is my art. I'm not going to be forced into it. But yeah, as I say, this track was actually from 2009, so way before the album.
Cool. So shall we get into
Years.
Exhibit C?
Right. Let's do this.
It's coming, it's coming, it's coming. Ladies and gentlemen, this time around, the revolution will not be televised. Woo! As we proceed to give you what you need. Oh, nine, brother. Get it live, brother. Ladies and gentlemen of the court. And the hearing against State of Hip Hop versus Jay Electronica. I present Exhibit C. When I was sleeping on the train, sleeping on Mesero Lab out in the rain, without even a single slice of pizza to my name. Too proud to beg for change, mastering the pain. When New York was calling Southern rappers lame, but then Jack and I slang. I used to get dizzy spells, hear a little ring, the voice of an angel telling me my name, telling me that one day I'ma be a great man, transforming with the Megatron dawn, spitting out flames, eating whack rappers alive, putting out chains. I ain't believe it then. I was homeless, fighting, shooting dice, smoking on the corners, trying to find the meaning of life in the corona, till the 5%ers rolled up on the and informed them. You either build or destroy, where you come from. The Magnolia Projects in the third ward slum, It's quite amazing that you rhyme how you do and that you shine like you grew up in a shrine in Peru. through. Question 14, Muslim lesson 2. Dip diver, civilizer 85er. I make the devil hit his knees and say to our Father, abracadabra. You rockin' with the true and living. Shout out the Lights Out, Joseph I, Chewy Bivens. Shout out to Baltimore, Baton Rouge, my crew in Richmond. While y'all debated who the truth was, like Jews and Christians, I was on Cecil B, Broad Street, Master, North Philly, South Philly, 23rd, Tasker, 6 Mile, 7 Mile, Hartwell, Gratiot. Really would pack a U-Haul truck up. Put the high beams on, drive up on the curb at a barbecue and hop up out the back like what's up? Killer, robbing, take a bus up. That's why when you talk that tough talk, I never feel you. You sound real good and you play the part well, but the energy you giving off is so unfamiliar. I don't feel you.
We need something realer.
Nas hit me up on the phone, said what you waiting on. Tip hit me up with a twit, said what you waiting on. Diddy send a text every hour on the dot saying when you gon' drop that verse, you taking long. So now I'm back spitting that he could pass a polygraph. That Reverend Run rockin' Adidas out on Hollis Ave. That FOI Marcus Garvey, Nicky Tesla. I shock you like an ill electric field, Jay Electra.
Oh my God! Keep going!
They call me Jay Electronica. That. Call me Jay Elect Hanukkah, Jay Elect Yamaka, Jay Elect Tramadan, Muhammad Asalamaka, Rasulullah Subhanahu wa Ta'ala through your monitor. My Uzi still weigh a ton, check the barometer. I'm hotter than the motherfucking sun, check the thermometer. I'm bringing ancient mathematics back to modern man. My mama told me never throw a stone and hide your hand. I got a lot of family, you got a lot of fans. That's why the people got my back like the Verizon man. I play the back and fade the black and then devise a plan. Out in London, smoking, vibing while I ride the tram. Giving out that raw food to lions disguised as lambs. And by the time they get their seat top and deploy all their henchmen to come at me from the treetops, I'm chilling out at Tweet Stock, building by the millions. My light is brilliant.
I rest my case. 09, Act 3, first chapter of the end. The last chapter of the new beginning. Ain't this something? The things we do without even trying. Be better than a lot of y'all records. Don't get mad. Morning after, world premiere. Me. For real though? I ain't even gonna say nothing. Matter of fact, I ain't saying. I don't even know why I'm saying this. Jay, you should get Puff to do this over. We moving out. On to the next record. And I'm gonna let this just ride.
Stopped it for adverts. Legend. Legend.
Aha.
Exhibit C. Is it better than A and B? Worse than D? I don't know.
So I would need to see the rest of the evidence.
Yes,
I
there
wanted
is. By the
to,
way, there is an A and B. By the way, just
So
for
I-
clarity.
I do want to see evidence A and B because I like that. That obviously it said it was from 2009, but it fits that era of where like Jay-Z and that sort of stuff was, where instead of it just being sort of beats as the background or they've made their own little loops and stuff, it's taking something from a proper song and just scratching it up into a point where it's like there's our backbeat. And I will admit I didn't follow all the lyrics because was in with the flow.
There's a
and
lot there. There's a lot there in
yeah.
your defense as well, though. You know, like it is lyrically heavy, isn't it? There's not
Yeah.
many moments where bars aren't being put in. So yeah,
Yeah.
you'll be easily forgiven for not picking up every line.
So, but I said I like what he's saying. It's not. It fits in that sort of rap stuff that I like, where it's not just look how big my dick is, look how many guns I've got, look at all my drugs in my car and my bitches. You know, it said there were bits of it that I said I was losing because I
Yeah.
was trying to take in what had been said and stuff. But it seems like he has some form of message, or he's trying to say some sort of message in there. And it said this is definitely one that I'm gonna have to listen to again, and I'm probably gonna have the lyric sheet up as I go through it, and probably pausing every 30 seconds or so just to
Yeah.
go, yes,
A lot of this is, as you say, like I think it fits that kind of that more mold of the storytelling hip hop. Now, don't get me wrong, there's loads of grand pop culture references. One in particular, I'm coming back to at a certain point, but a lot of it's his story. A lot of it's talks a lot about like Puff Daddy or Diddy, I think they're referring to him here,
yeah,
and people saying like, come on, when you're going to release your next song. And I think it was very timely to kind of how he was being perceived at the time. So I think he put a lot of him and how his life's going. And I'm with you. I mean, you know, we've spoken about this. That's the sort of hip hop that I generally resonate with. Ones with personal story or the grander message, that kind of
yeah,
social story. And as I say, this one leans more into the storytelling. Love that sample. Like the soulful sample that is to a large degree throughout the song repeated. I think that only works if you get a magical sample to start with, and the way they kind of cut the sample together. And that was the first thing. The first thing that grabbed me was the sample. Then when he starts rapping, that it really did sort of then go, "Yep, I'm into this." But there's so many songs sampled, and to get it this good, and it does remind me massively of what and probably because Just Blaze was doing a lot of producing for Jay-Z, but a lot of the sound that you would get in a lot of the Jay-Z records at the time, and you know the drums come in, and it's that more booming, big boom drums. You know
yeah,
that's always a catchment point for me in my hip hop. But yeah, it was a minute into it, I'm like, yes, I found something here that I know I'll like, and I want to hear more. And yeah, as I say, I thought I was hoping it would be kind of in your hip hop wheelhouse.
yes. It definitely fits in the hip hop shit that I like category. So yes, we will definitely be.
A couple of the lyric bits that really stood out for me, and funny enough, it was only kind of this line, because if you'd have asked me, I'd have said, oh, he's like a New York rapper, but he's not. He's a Southern rapper, and he actually has a line when New York blank was calling Southern rappers lames, but then jacking our slang. So I went, oh, okay, so he's Southern, and he's from New Orleans. But my absolute like slam dunk favorite part of this was when it's transforming with the Megatron Don, and at the same time they play as a sample the sound of a transformer transform, and I'm just like, wow, bang, you've got me. Absolute magic for me. But yeah, love this. Can't wait to do some more, and yeah, we'll do some more on the channel hopefully if that's the case. But yeah, probably a bit of a shame that not more prolific, but I guess if more prolific, we probably would have heard more and heard of.
Yeah,
But yeah, shit, you know, if there's only one album, if it's brilliant, who cares? You get a brilliant album.
exactly.
Sometimes that's enough, isn't it?
It is. So, comments down there on what you lot think of Jay Electronica.
More hip hop stuff, please. I love a bit
Yes.
of hip hop.
As always, like, subscribe, ring the bell, and all the other YouTubey things. And until next time, goodbye.